Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome. So here today with Phoenix, the future part 3. It's been a long time ago. I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. But everything is not making me smile at the moment because everything was going to shizzles. Basically I had to reread the last 10 pages, not chapters, pages, and it's basically where we left off with chapter on page 187. So I would just say let us get hot right in, let us get started and see what the future quite literally holds for us because end of days are near. Oh my jolly goodness. Chapter, not chapter, volume, not volume, page 187. Let's go. Let's hop right in. The professor is dying. I must tell you about that bird of fire. A month ago, I saw the same bird. It predicted your arrival and said you were the only one who could save the Earth. Of course, it was too much for me to believe, but if it's true that the bird has made you immortal, I guess I'll have to acknowledge that some omnipotent power does exist in this universe. It may be what men have always called God, or perhaps it's a super life form which transcends our imagination. Yamanobe, I'm depending on you to not let the Earth down and continue my research. Keep trying to create new life. Talmi sacrificed herself so I could learn the secret of her cell structure. I want you to use that knowledge on my animals so that they can somehow leave the glass tubes they live in. Well, I mean, he's got plenty of time to now study, to be a scientist. Make certain that Talmi's sacrifice was not in vain. All these poor friggin' animals. I promise to do my best, Doctor. I have one more request. Put my body in the rocket and launch it into space. Program it for an eternal orbit around Earth. Then I'll just circle round and round. Yeah, the roundabout. Waiting until the planet revives. The time has come for us to part, my boy. No, Doctor! Don't die! Don't leave me here alone. I don't want to be alone. Idiot! Is that the kind of attitude that's going to bring life back to Earth? He's like, idiot! Just dies. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Houston, we have takeoff. Orbiting space forever. And the Phoenix appears. Okay. O form that was once Dr. Sarita, one day you shall be reborn. One day you shall be reborn, eh? You shall be reborn. Okay. I mean, probably in what it means, like probably in another story, story 3, whatever the story 3 would be called. Ruptures broke all over the surface of the Earth like a caterpillar trying to break out of its cocoon. Time and again, great mountains rose, only to be swallowed back into the Earth. Submerged volcanoes caused oceans to boil. The resultant steam formed the thick cloud layer, which hung over the 5 continents. I mean, that makes sense. Trying to put a gun to his head, shoots. You see the bullet go through the impact, and he's like, oh, I want to die. Why am I the only one who can't? Why doesn't someone answer me? Oh, Phoenix, why haven't you shown yourself to me again? I want to ask you, why am I the only one left alive so you can bring life back to the planet? Give me someone to talk to. I don't want to be alone. Give me a human companion. See the spaceship flying. There must be someone somewhere in the world. Men, humans, people, I was right. Yes, people know. Looks like I am the only one. Wait a minute. There must be at least one person alive like me somewhere. Over there, there's my observation dome. What look? It's still intact. Oh no, there's a big hole on the inside. In the side, not on the inside. You'll find very well that eternity is a very, very... What's that line? You'll find out very quickly that eternity is a very, very short space. That the eternity that is the universe is a very short space. When I'm very cross with when I'm cross with you, like, oh, okay, all right, Peter Cavalli. That's him basically, right? He's like, where are the people? No, it's not quite the same scenario what I'm talking about, but still. It feels like someone's here. Hello? Anybody here? Clack, 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 clack. If is anybody here? If there is, come out. Don't be afraid. Clack, 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 clack. It's the machinery. I am a survivor. I just want to meet someone, so let's come out and talk. Clack, 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 clack. Haha. Huff, puff, woo. I should have known no one's here. How could there be? With all the radiation, no normal human being could have lived for more than a week. Wait, this looks like a coffin. There's someone in here. Someone's still alive. I'm in a suspended animation for 5,000 years. Should someone find this capsule, please do not open it. When the danger from radiation subsides, I will automatically awaken. I wonder if it's a man or a woman. What does she look like? Well, it immediately goes to what does she look like, eh? Hey? If only I could open it and talk to... You're killing that person. 5,000 years, eh? I'll wait. What's 5,000... Good luck with that, mate. What's 5,000 years anyway? I'll wait. I couldn't die even though I wanted to. I'll be back in exactly 5,000 years. Make sure you wake up then, because I'll be waiting for you. So long. We've got a date in 5,000 years. Alright. What should just be like a robot? A pet robot or something. 5,000 years, a virtual eternity. But for Masato, it meant hope. Sometimes it's not the despair that kills. Sometimes it's very much the hope that kills. See everything falling. You see the passage of time. Hundreds of years passed, and Masato's hair turned white as snow. Passage of time, going, passage of time, rolling, passage of time. And then came silence. Day after day, there is nothing but emptiness. The world is silent and black. I wonder how many hundreds of years this darkness has covered the earth. It seems as absurd to be alive. Why should I be condemned to this task of recreating mankind? I must be over 5,000 years old now. Well, tell me, how do you feel today? It's the sludged... How about consoling me again with a Moopy game? Alright, make me dream. Take me back to long ago. Masato! It's been so long since we last met like this, Tommy. You're eternally young. You too, Masato. Well, for that matter, I am really an ugly Moopy, you know? No, I'm still 500 years old and still growing older. What difference does that make in this world? We can be eternally young if we want. Come on, let's dance. Forget everything. Masato, do you still love me? I want to love you, but the way I am now, that's all I needed. Saying you love me is enough. Where are we? That seems to me... No, actually, never mind. I thought that seemed like a neural network or something. This is the park where you first dated me in my human form. I remember the evening of the Festival of Rebirth. And you told me that no matter how both of us may change in our memories, we would love each other eternally. Masato, hold me tight. Is that actually like the Moopy thing, the Moopy game happening, or is he going cuckoo? I wonder. Hold me tight, don't let me go, or I think I'll have to leave you. Why? Even Moopies can't live as long as you, Masato. Yay. Tell me. What's wrong? You're fading away. Tell me. Masato, I have to leave you. This is my last Moopy game. Tell me what's happened. Dead. I should have known. Moopies can only live 500 years. Tell me. Even as you were dying, you gave me a dream. 1,000 years passed. 2,000, 3,000, and finally 4,000. Still haven't opened up, eh? 5,300 years have passed. What's the matter? Are you still asleep? I've been coming here and waiting every day for the past 300 years. I spend ages like this, trying to imagine what kind of man or woman you are, and I spend hours hunched over this lid talking to you. But I can't wait any longer. After all, there is no more radiation. Come out! Don't make me wait any longer. Show me your face, please. There's nobody in there, is there? Maybe the lid is stuck. That's why I brought this laser drill. I'll open it. Easy does it. Okay, now I'll just lift this up. Bam! No, only dust. As I said, it's not the despair that kills. It's the hope. No, no, no! Ah! 5,000 years, well, it was fun waiting, but what have I got to look forward to in the next 5,000 and next... And millenniums passed. Roar, rumble, roar. The earth, the planet, crack, crumble, crackling and crumbling. Masato could no longer endure his isolation. He needed someone to talk to and in desperation began building robots, finally. Finally. I'll never be able to match Dr. Saruta's research. I just don't have his intelligence. You've lived for so many years. Like, okay, I'm quoting Doctor Who again now, right? But, like, there is a line that Maisie Williams, I forgot, that Ishida, whatever her name is, gives, who's basically an immortal as well. You know, that's why she could call herself Me. 10,000 hours makes you an expert in a field. 100,000 makes you the best there's ever been. You've got eternity on your side, literally. Like, you can't die. 100,000 hours just studying and, you know, improving your intelligence, and you'd be the best there ever was, and you could figure this all out. So I don't buy this. I don't really buy this. I just don't have his intelligence. He used to have an old model robot as a faithful companion 10,000 years ago. I think it was called Robita. It was almost alive. His beard is majestic, bro. But mine is not like Robita, but you, Tamami. Even after 10,000 years, your image still burns in my memory. This is your face. Now I give you life. Okay, he's building his own Tamami. Okay. Grandfather. My name is Masato. Masato. Daddy, Papa. Tell me, listen. You're my pet, and I want you to stay beside me and show me a beautiful smile. Tell me. Not me, you see. I'm fly. I'm free. So you too are just another mindless tape recorder, eh? My past and future are but the beat of a heart, like a sponge that leaps in the blue sky of a sigh. Shut this gibberish. Say something intelligent. Now she gives off a mathematic equation. Okay. Get a hold of yourself, Tommy. Look at me. Tiddle-dee. It's no use. Her computer's gone haywire. Oh, granddaddy. Yo, wrinkles. Come here. A victim of senility. Alright then. Oh, he's got a staff that is like, you know, like, Expelliarmus. Leviosa, not Leviosa. Douche. Crash. Another failure. Oh my goodness, he's got a lot. Number 211. Why can't I make a perfect robot? What can I have possibly overlooked? I thought for sure at this time I'd found a solution, but when I pushed the activator switch, I was met with the same anger, frustration, and despair as before. I can't even make a robot. Masato, why are you trying to make robots? Didn't I tell you that your goal was to bring about the birth of humankind? So the Phoenix finally responds to him. Forget your machines and concentrate on flesh and blood. You are the guardian of a new humanity. Actually, now that I look at him, you know, he looks kind of like Moses. Like the depictions of Moses that you usually get. Phoenix, all I want is someone to talk to. I must have been dreaming. No, now remember, I have to make a real person, not robots. I'll make synthetic life from synthetic cells. New life, new man. Thousands of years later, several hundred synthetic animals were breathing steadily inside crammed test tubes. From field mice to elephants, I've created every animal I can think of and I'm exhausted. It's a little hard to remember what all the old animals looked like after so many thousands of years. I think I got the monkey right, but my memory is a little fuzzy when it comes to the kangaroo. It's actually quite a cool kangaroo design. Just where the hell did the pouch go anyway? By trial and error, I've even made a likeliness of a human. Seems almost as though she's looking at me with the eyes of wisdom itself from inside her amniotic fluid. Good morning, Tommy. Try to say my name now. Masato. Cartoon. Not cartoon again. Here. You've got a brain of sawdust. Hee-hee-hoo-ha! Tell me, doesn't anything else amuse you? Don't you have any passion for beauty or knowledge? You got passion for cartoons. Cartoon, more, whatever you wish. Hee-hee-hoo-hoo-ha-ha. If only Osamu Tezuka was it. Okay, now you're feeling yourself way too. That's like now you're feeling yourself way too much. All right. Now you're playing Fap Hero with yourself. Now you're feeling yourself way too much. All right. Rumble, eh? An earthquake. After all these thousands of years, this is a big one. Aye! And all the test tubes shatter. No, the science labs shatters. All the animals shatter from the test tubes. They crash out, cartoon, cut, and obviously once they come in contact with the air, they just vanish. All that work for nothing. Tell me, you poor demented creature, to dissolve into foam was probably best for you. Stop. I can't make robots of synthetic humans. Where can I possibly go from here? There is only one thing left for me to do, and that's to let nature take its course and wait here for the reappearance of life. Wait, it can't be that I am to repeat the whole evolutionary process. Is that the only way? Must I wait the billions of years it takes for man to evolve from the first stirrings of life? No, it's too much to ask, too much. I'm so old, but this must be my mission. Oh, he really looks like Moses with the stick and everything. Like, my goodness. Oh, ocean, I accept my gift, a simple mixture of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. What about the sulfur? If my calculations are correct, somewhere along this coast, organic material will dissolve into water and form a colloid. And several colloids will join together to form a jelly-like substance called a coarcivate. Vertebrate coarcivate. I can't even say it. After millions of years, it should gradually evolve into a primitive form of life. I'll wait. No matter how many billions of years it takes. It just gets older and older. The ocean was silent, save for the sound of waves and surf breaking against the shore. An ocean breeze carried these tidings to the dome, but no sign of life appeared anywhere. And he's getting older and older. Masato's flesh had long since vanished in decay, but he remained alive. Masato became pure existence, a force which ceaselessly kept watch over the slowly evolving strains of life. He transcended time and space. Eternity and eternal life is not living forever, it's watching everyone else that you love die in front of you. The organic material that had become coarcivate began to enlarge by absorbing surrounding material, and when it reached a specific size, it split in two. Cell division. And once more, ages passed. The jelly-like substance began to fuse and fission, and began to resemble what we call life, and finally it ceased to be inanimate. Nice. Nice. Finally, life. 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 Where there's will, there is life. It possessed rope-like tails, cilia, and evolved into a primitive structure that could move under its own power. Cells combined, creating larger organisms and smaller units of life mass to form more complex ones. Eventually, two distinct forms of life evolved, plant and animal. And it's the rebirth, I guess I should say, of the universe. Plant life was the first to move onto land, where with an abundance of warm, damp air, it quickly took over. The same thing happened to the animal. We're seeing life in its most primal aspect, like life coming back to a dead planet, or life being created, essentially. That's very cool illustrations, actually. Very cool illustrations. A planet full of life now. The dinosaurs. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Dinosaurs. A world of reptiles heralding the arrival of mammals and the dawn of what Masato had long waited for mankind. Is this like a story of like the creation of our universe? Is that what this is supposed to be like? You know, like not just a recreation of a universe, but the creation of our universe, the Earth that we currently live in. I think that's where it's going. But the dinosaurs were suddenly attacked by something that attached itself to their bodies. Leeches. Okay. No, slugs! They attacked the dinosaur until they became extinct, and a few mammals that remained were also soon overcome by the slugs. But that happened to man. Did this mean that not even a monkey would evolve? What went wrong? The slugs continued to evolve. Their brains swelled to enormous size. I'm assuming the slugs and whatnot are the moopies. That's my assumption. That like what's her name? Taomi's even though it's like a dead flesh, you know, that took over, and that's like now trying to like create life in its own image. I don't know. Finally, a Sluggo erectus appeared, and without warning, another. These two then began to reproduce at an alarming rate. For lack of better names, Masato called them Adam and Eve. Okay. Alright. Okay then. Poor dinosaurs though. Poor dinosaurs. Eventually, they found their way into Masato's dome, and somewhere in their oversized heads, they seemed to recognize the significance of their find. They investigated each machine meticulously. Masato tried to communicate with the slugs. "Hey you, I'm talking to you." "Who are you?" "I used to be the owner of this dome and the one who made you." "You mean our creator?" "What do you want of me? I'm busy absorbing new knowledge." Adam and Eve, eh? I'm busy absorbing. Okay, come on. I'm busy this is now getting a little bit ridiculous. We're not slugs, alright? I'm busy absorbing new knowledge, of course, and I'm busy wondering why you creatures have come into existence. Well, it's obvious we were born to supremacy over all living things. Oh, my goodness, this sounds like a human, doesn't he? Sounds like a human, doesn't he? Hey, arrogant, and we'll continue to evolve until we take control of the entire Earth. You may well do so, but let me warn you, do things in moderation. Another species that met total destruction because it advanced too quickly, and they were once the rulers of the earth. They were fools. We shall not make the same mistake. Watch, you'll see they'll make the same mistake. The slugs built dwellings of a mixture of mud and excrement and piled them on top of one another until they began to look like skyscrapers. The slugs gradually increased in numbers and intelligence. It appeared that they somehow developed a law and a moral code. Slug civilization continued to make progress. Strange vehicles appeared in the cities. They were propelled by a kind of methane gas. I can't wait until they meet their doom. And he's gonna keep remaining to live, I think. Methane-powered flying machines were also developed. Masato was astonished. He was witnessing a caricature of human culture. As time passed, slugs divided into two distinct types, a haughty white northern group and a large black southern one. Both had a complete different character and thought and religion. Okay. And they disliked each other, and of course they would. Of course they would. Always conflict. And they disliked each other intensely. There are countless conflicts. Finally, the northern species devised a method of pumping the Earth's magma to the surface, while those in the south discovered a way to control the humidity in the air. Yeah. And they'll both cause their own destruction. One day, the northern population caused the magma to flow over the southern region, wiping out its entire population. But just before the southern population... Of course. But just before the southern population was destroyed, it ensured its revenge by taking all the moisture from the atmosphere. The humidity in the air dropped and almost all water disappeared. The northerners searched in vain, in frenzy for water. But it was too late. Their parched bodies livid the landscape, and finally... whoosh, they died. Only one survivor remained. Water. Don't tell me the phoenix is going to give him water. Water. But he too was on the verge of death. Water. Writhing, he called out in agony, "I don't want to die. I want to live. Water. Ew. With this, I can survive another day." Poor creature. "Why do you want to live so badly? You're only a slug." "Only a slug. Of all the nerve! I don't want to know who's talking to me, but I value my life." "What good will longevity do you? Why are you so attached to your life?" "Because if I die, it's all over, that's why. I knew your ancestors. They were more primitive than you, but they didn't gripe or complain about their suffering. They all died without the slightest whimper." No! I'm not like them, you hear? No! I don't want to die. Help me. It's the phoenix, isn't it, that song to him? Or is it actually him that's like become the sentient being? "I'd like to help you, but I cannot. In this heat, the water will dry up and you won't last more than 3 hours. Gulp. Listen. I want to know one thing. Why did my ancestors try to become smarter? If they had remained as they were, we could have lived easily and died more happily. Our progress was fatal." That's the answer, isn't it? Create the primitive life that was like, oh, cartoon. That's basically the life that he should be striving for, not smart, intelligent life. Is that the answer to it all? Warm rains washed the earth for thousands of years. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And slug culture, along with all of the remnants of the Mesozoic age, were washed away. In its place, warm-blooded animals made their appearance. At first, they stepped gingerly into this primitive world, but then with more daring. Here they come. Yes, it looks like another birds, mammals. How long I've waited for this. At last, life turns a familiar face to me, but there was no monkey yet in sight. Still, it was only a matter of time until he appeared, and from him apes. Then it would be man's turn. Monkeys, mammoths, and the answers of today's horses. From a trap. Those aren't apes, they're men. Pithecia erectus. And, well, we've got a primitive man. Spear and everything. Man quickly evolved from Neanderthal to Cro-Magnon. And finally, after thousands of years... Hooga chaka, hooga chaka, hooga. Don't tell me it's going to tie into the first story of Phoenix. I don't know. Listen, gods. All that watch over heaven. I really like that paneling of like his hands in the air and like the top panel, like just his hands even further in the air. Gods, fool, they think they're praying. Their ritual is nothing more than a rite of self-hypnosis. Don't tell me this is the actual story of the first. With like, I'm not sure. Woo! And it crashes down raining. Hooray! Rain, rain! The light fires and the rising heat causes clouds to form, and they light fires and the rising heat causes clouds to form, and it rains, and they think it's the hand of God. Any force beyond their comprehension they call God. Foolish men, trivial, vain, jealous men, you fail to trust yourselves and endeavour only to cheat your brothers. You poor ugly creatures. I did not wish for men such as you. I hope for a new mankind. Ah, I think I've seen that bird somewhere before. It's the phoenix. It's the phoenix. Long ago, when I was much younger, my mind has become a little dull in the last billion years or so. It's the phoenix. I remember the phoenix, the bird of fire. Phoenix, it's been a long time. Exactly 3 billion years. You remember that I told you to make a new man, Masato? Masato. Is that my name? I'd completely forgotten. What are you called by now? Man, the slugs, and all the animals call me creator or god. Sigh. But I don't feel like a god at all. Well, you are. You are something like God, Masato. But it doesn't feel too bad, does it? I feel a little odd. Can't tell if I'm dead or alive, to tell you the truth. You are alive as a cosmos. A cosmos, me. When did I become one? You lost your corporal form eons ago, Masato. But you are still alive, my flesh gone. Wait a minute. What is this old wrinkled body then? That's merely a lingering memory of your original physical form. In reality, you no longer have any shape. I don't think I understand. Masato, look around you. You're flying in the air. See it. Feel it. Your near existence now combines with an infinity of other existences. Without form, without size, void of color or mass. You are part of the cosmos, ever flowing, ever flowing. At times it flows into physical matter, and at that point it becomes alive for the first time. Galactic giants like the Milky Way, the planets, even the Earth, animal and plants, molecules, their cells, atoms, and elemental particles are imbued with the living cosmos. Masato, forget your image of an old wizened man. I'm the cosmos. If I am, is there something I should do? Yes, you are to watch over the new human race, and therefore you are in need of a physical form. You shall become part of me, okay? Okay, part of you? How? You're alive. I am the cosmos. Enter me. Oh, my goodness, the phoenix. Okay, my goodness. Oh my. I thought humans and whatnot were. Come, Masato. Enter me. My goodness, this bird. Yo, at least let's go out to dinner first. My goodness, this guy wants me just to plunge right in, to enter. My goodness. How do you feel? The cosmos welcomes you, Masato. There is a friend who has been waiting for you here. Masato, who are you? Tamami, the Mupi. Remember me, Tamami. I remember. You're the cosmos too? Yes, Masato. I've been waiting for you for so long. We're together now. We can become one, Tamami. It looks like a yin and yang in a weird way. Not quite. More like a black hole that's like sucking in all the light. Masato and Tamami, each a cosmos in themselves. Both are cosmos together, fused and were drawn into infinity. My jaw kind of hurts. Not my teeth, my actual jaw. Ow. I don't know why. The phoenix rose in flight to preside over a new history of man. Right, the cosmos, eh? She flew to all corners of the globe, her cosmic energy radiating light. The people in fear and admiration passed down the story of a fiery bird from generation to generation. In Russia, she was the firebird, born of earth. In China, she was said to be the bird of the sages which dwell in paradise. High on Mount Horai, she was called the immortal bird. In Europe, just Europe, okay, she was known as the bird that periodically destroyed itself in flames only to be risen again from the ashes. She was called the Phoenix. All over, and we're going back to the first story. We're going back to the I like that. All over the world, the first story. Yeah, it is, isn't it? People sought her life-transcending energy. They pursued her. All right, she's landed. Here's my goodness. This was called Future, but no, this is the far away past. Here's my chance. Still alive, it's useless. She didn't die. With an ordinary bow and arrow, she hardly flinches. I'll just have to take you with my bare hands. And she flies off with wheeze, cough. Alright, yeah, we know where this is going, alright? We've seen this already. We've read this already. I've got you. Scree! Yeah, then he burns and then he dies. Help! Hi! No one was able to attain her blood, the key to immortality. Yet the man's lust for her knew no bounds. I really like this tie-in. I want the blood of the phoenix. I want the eternal youth it can bestow. Listen well. To anyone who brings me that bird, I shall grant as much land, as many slaves, and all the freedom that he wishes. Do not fail. All troops, advance. Countless fruitless attempts were made to capture the phoenix. There she is, up there. And the bird just survives. Whoopsie, Those who pursued her merely hastened their own deaths. The phoenix built a nest near the mouth of a volcano and sat in meditation. Life had been destroyed, had reappeared, evolved, flourished, and then been destroyed again countless times, and the phoenix had witnessed this. Man once more was treading the same path. She often thought of the slugs. They too were once an advanced form of life. I wonder why the evolution of all living creatures goes awry. The same is true of man. No matter how advanced his civilization, he seems to bring about his own doom. But the phoenix keeps hoping that this time man will succeed. It's the hope that kills you. That this time man will realize his mistakes. It's the hope that kills you. And make use of the life bestowed upon him. That's a really amazing... Those two are some really amazing panels with like the phoenix just flying off into the distance. And you just see the shadow behind the phoenix that lights the path for man. And then you've got the other of the phoenix, the almost like the light, the shining light, just like shining light on the entire planet. And that's the end. That is the end. Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing, ladies and gentlemen. I truly enjoyed this one. Future. I liked the first one a lot. I felt the first one had a lot better characters and character development, but this one in terms of its themes, this one in terms of its the story that I wanted to present, the story that I wanted to tell, I thought was significantly stronger. So this actually, I don't know if I prefer this one. I like both a lot. I've got part of my straw hat in my hair, don't I? Yeah, I do. I was wearing a straw hat earlier, but it doesn't matter. I like the themes presented in this one quite a lot. Like I didn't think the characters were anywhere near strong enough for like it was in, for example, in Dawn, but the themes more than made up for it. And actually, I very much like that. I very much like that, if I'm being completely honest, because you know the themes were great, and then how it tied into like how it tied into Dawn as well was fantastic too. So I'm like, yeah, this is the kind of good stuff that I like to see. So far we're only 2 stories in out of like, I don't know how many, like 8 or so. But I have to say I very much enjoyed the show. I very much enjoyed the show, if I'm being completely honest. You know, it's very not show, but the manga. I very much enjoy Phoenix. It's very unique in its themes. It's also very unique in the storytelling, and I like it. I like it, you know. That's basically all I can say. I like it. Like, there's nothing that I can now speculate on because the story is completed, but it's also not completed. So I'm in this very weird predicament where it's almost like a story of the week kind of thing. But what I will say is that, you know, 2 volumes in, if it continues having the same level of quality, I can definitely see this ending up being like in my top 5, maybe top 10 favorite mangas of all time, because it's just a good story. It's just like it's nothing crazy. It's nothing like, you know, absolutely mind-boggling or anything of that sort, or like hype or anything, but it's just good stories, and I like good stories. At the end of the day, stories are what keeps us together. Stories are what unites us, and so far I very much appreciate and I like the story that is being portrayed to us. So that's my thoughts on this whole situation, though. My thoughts on this whole manga. Let me know what you all think. Which one do you prefer more, Dawn or Future? I'd say I probably liked them equally as much, just that Dawn had significantly better characters and more fleshed out characters, whereas Future had better themes and more fleshed out themes. So it's kind of like a bit of both. Now, can they combine it where like one story will have both the fleshed out characters and the fleshed out themes? We will see. But that's all I have to say, though, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all think. I will see all of you in the next one. And until then, have a nice day. Peace out. And as always, bye.